7, then pass the turn. He has another land, so any intimidation bolts are Vithian Stinger. We respond by just pinging him for 1. Now this was a curious play because he cast it on his turn before he attacked. I'm assuming he was planning on just blocking. But if he casts it on my upkeep and keeps me from attacking him, period, I think he's in a lot better shape. So I'm not super sure why he did it at that point. Because now I still get to attack, and that spell's really good if you cast it on my turn, but unfortunately he didn't, so we're willing to just attack with everything here. We just get in there. We're offering a trade for our Pride Mage, which he happily accepts. And now we're just going to play out our captured sunlight, trying to find a creature. Unfortunately, we hit Filigree Fracture, which doesn't do anything. So we just play out our Shambling Remains and pass the turn. And he responds with the concession. So that was game 2. We were able to get through all his attackers and his removal and stuff, and we just basically won off the back of him getting a little bit more flooded than we did. So we're off to the deciding game 3 at this point. Alright, here we are for round 3, or game 3, excuse me, of round 1. Our opponent chooses to play first, and this hand is alright. It has removal, and if we draw green it's okay, but I'm not sure how well it's going to play out, so we're going to go to 6. This hand, however, is much better. It has Rakamar with the ability to cast it on turn 4, and a Rock's Meditant that we can cast on turn 4 as well. So this is a pretty easy keep. We're perfectly happy keeping this hand. He leads with a Forest, and we draw a Vithian Stinger, which is a good card to have for an earlier play than turn 4. He has a Swamp and nothing. This game goes a little bit slower, which I think favors our deck because of his Mad Rush Cyclops and things like that. He has a more aggressive approach, and we basically want to stall the game until we drop a 5/8 Shroud Flyer and just sort of attack 3 to 4 times and win. He uses Sylvan Bounty on his main phase to go to Plains, or on our main phase to go to Plains, and then just passes. We go ahead and drop a green. We play out our Visionary first so we can activate the Meditant for next turn, and we draw another Plains. So here he has his 4th color, lucky him, and he drops Singe Mine Ogre. Hopefully he whiffs on a land and doesn't hit Rakamar again. And luckily for us, we have him hit a Plains, and we don't take any damage off Singe Mine Ogre. Now here, I have 2 options. I can either force myself to play out a Plains in order to, make sure he has as little information as possible. Or I can play out Ancient Ziggurat and hope I can draw a mountain next turn so I can play and activate Rakamar on the same turn for turn 5, which I think is, without a doubt, the stronger of the 2 plays. If I can draw a mountain, him knowing 1 more card in my hand of 6 isn't going to make a difference if I can drop a Rakamar and activate. So we're going to cast our Meditant to see what we can draw. And we find Panorama, which doesn't really help us on our mountain situation, but we've stymied his attack for the time being. Alright, his turn 5, he has another mountain, and then just passes the turn. Okay, on our turn, we rip our mountain, which we're really happy about, so we're just going to go ahead and throw our Rakamar out and start going to town. making guys. We have no problem getting in there with our elemental token, and he accepts the trade, which isn't really a trade considering our Rackamore's still in the field. So he just sort of loses a dude to Rackamore. He has a Rocks Meditant, so we can't really attack into that with our tokens effectively um, until now, and we rip our Court Archers. We just one of a lot of good top decks for us where we found something in our deck that really helped us out. So we drop our Court Archers, just make a guy, and just get in there with our 4-2 token. And this time he takes. So again, we have the same number of cards in hand as him, and our board position is far superior, so we're feeling pretty good at this point. After game one, I thought we were gonna have a quick exit because his deck looked really aggressive. But fortunately, we were able to have him not do the same sort of aggro that he did the first game. We draw a Pride Mage, which makes our elemental even bigger on the attack, and we just make another guy. That guy probably could have waited until the end of his turn because I only plan on attacking with one token, so I didn't really have to make a token there. That was a small mistake for the time being. So we attack with our 5/3 with our now 5/3 token, and he takes it down to 11. And we play out our token aesthetic and just pass the turn. At this point, things are looking pretty grim, and he just concedes. So that was round one. You know, second game, first game we got flooded. Second game he got flooded. Third game, Rackamore wins. Rackamore plus Exalted wins. So we're going on to round two and feeling pretty good about it.